at the wrecking yard looking for a secondary air injector check valve and then a secondary air injector pump for my 2009 Chevy Cobalt. Pick and Pull is truly one of my favorite places to go and get parts. The parts are usually pretty inexpensive. The secondary air injector is located on the back side of the engine where your exhaust manifold is. There is one connector, an air hose, two 10mm bolts, and two 13mm nuts with studs holding the heat shield on, and then two 13mm nuts with studs holding it directly to the exhaust manifold.
I didn't bring my heat sockets. Oops, I bring it too. Oh. One 13mm net with a stud. One 10mm bolt. One more 10mm bolt. So two 10mm bolts and two 13mm nuts with studs. Alright, so there's two 13mm nuts with studs holding the heat shield on, and then there's one 13mm nut and stud connecting it to the exhaust manifold, and then two 10mm bolts here, and then one connector here, and one wiring connector right there.
And for the air injector pump, it's right in front of the oil pan, and there's going to be three, right in front of the oil pan, there's going to be three 13mm bolts, and then one wiring connector right there, and then the hose. So three 13mm bolts, And then I can't really see. Then there's a connector for the hose. You push in the two sides and it pulls right out, and then the wiring. Alright, here is the air injector pump. You push down on the clamp that holds the hose in on the sides, that pulls out. One connector, and then three 13mm bolts right there. And the air injector manifold, which takes two 13mm studs with nuts on it, two 13mm that holds the heat shield on, and then two 13mm studs with nuts on it that connect it to the exhaust manifold, and two 10mm bolts. And that gets fresh air from your air intake and injects the air into your exhaust manifold, and that helps with the emissions. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be hopefully placing a bid on a 2007 Pontiac G5 at the insurance auction, and it needs a hood, a bumper cover, impact foam, and a headlight. And it's a black car, so if I can find a color matched hood, which this is really dirty, so you can't really see the condition of it, but it's definitely black. So pick up the hood, the bumper cover, the headlights. With the state patrol inspections, you need receipts for everything you put on there, so that means I can't use any of the parts from any of the cars I've parted out. So I'll have to buy new ones to pretty much just get the receipt, because I have plenty of hoods, plenty of bumper covers, and plenty of headlights. But the only way you can pass the inspection is by having the receipts from a valid business with the VIN number on it and all that. This is a 2009, so I am going to come back and pick up the body control module, airbag module, the key, and then the engine control module and the transmission control module. I like having all that as a set. Because I rebuilt so many Chevy Cobalts, it makes it easier to do when I have all the computers for the same car. This thing's been repainted. Interesting. Looks like the engine's pretty complete. Someone's been into the under fuse box and taken off a couple things, but alternators here, starters there. Probably come back for those variable valve timing solenoids as well.